Today we're going to be talking about Tyla, a very popular musical artist who just today, as I'm filming, released a music video that a lot of people on Twitter and other social media are a little scratching their heads about the way that it looks, because there is speculation that it's AI generated. So let's delve into the situation, and again, please don't send hate to any parties involved. So there was a page on Twitter who's a little fan page posting a snippet of the music video writing, "Tyla announces That Girl music video out tomorrow." And I believe this snippet was also posted to, I think, Tyla's Instagram as well or something like that, and then it later got deleted. But people looked at this and were a little bit suspicious, notably for some elements, especially some elements of the animation that looks suspicious. First off, we have some people wearing what looks like stilettos, and there's already some oddities that are happening here. All the stilettos are of matching color, so we've got blue, neon pink, etc. Somebody's wearing one neon lime shoe and one neon orange shoe, one on each foot, and they have weird straps on their legs that nobody else has, which already is a bit interesting. Also, some people aren't wearing pants just at all, which, okay, also a choice. Then we have this tiger that comes in with four fingers. We got three and then a thumb. And you might make the argument, okay, but because it's a cartoon character, sometimes they will make choices to give cartoon characters four fingers instead of five. It is a design choice that is used. And then we have Tyla kind of putting her finger under the chin of a cartoon version of herself. And this also is a piece that looks a bit AI. Now, again, I don't think Tyla in here is AI by any means because she looks very much real, but the other animations people were very suspicious of. And I want to add this disclaimer as well, right? When it comes to these types of things, the musical artists themselves likely have no idea what's happening or very little control over what's happening. They could just be like, oh, here's an idea that I have, team, make it happen, etc. A lot of people are also saying that Tyla is under some management that possibly threw her under the bus, So do I think Tyla knowingly was like, hey, use AI to generate stuff? I don't think so at all, right? Does she even know that it's AI generated? I don't know either, right? Popular artists like this, they have massive teams of people that do a lot of work for them. So the amount of line of sight that she has into it, we really don't know. So now today, the full music video released. And of course, I can't play the audio for you because I will get copyrighted, but we can go take a look at the way this music video looks like. We have Tyla sitting in a car with a tiger. This tiger gets featured throughout the music video as well. And there is the cartoon version of her. I will say watching this muted is pretty funny. Here we have the tiger again walking in with the arm. This is where a lot of people were like, wait, I think something is up. Because we have kind of a ghosty figure of Tyla. Her lips are featured and there's a hand putting a finger to the lips. There are 6 fingers here. I know you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, do real humans make mistakes and sometimes accidentally draw 6 fingers? It does happen. It's rare, but it's not impossible. It does happen. You're telling me nobody rewatched the video before it went live and caught the fact that there's 6 fingers? Because I'm sure it's more than one person working on this. So again, Tyla with another cartoon version of herself. This is the other clip, Tyla putting, her finger under the chin of the other cartoon version of herself. Here we have the tiger, but this is the tiger in this neon cutout version in a background that also looks suspiciously AI generated. But notably, look here, the tiger now has 5 fingers on each hand. So this is why the 4 fingers was odd, because it doesn't look like it was a design choice, to cartoonify the tiger with 4 fingers, because here there's 5. So is it 4? Is it 5? And then we go back here, there's a different version of the tiger now, and the tiger is back to 4 fingers. And then there's a fight scene where she's fighting the tiger, and these are the leg scenes. So if we back this up here, oh, the fight scene animation looks really funny if you start pausing it. Our tiger has a mismatched number of fingers. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this hand, 4 on this hand. Look at the in-between frame. When it comes to these types of animations, when they're looking at it being AI generated or not, the in-between frames are always, I feel like, a pretty big giveaway if something is generated or not. Because yes, when people really do 2D animations, they will make what is called a smear frame, where things get exaggerated or drawn in between so that it can accentuate the movement, essentially. But a smear frame looks a specific way. Here's an example, right? It looks exaggerated, it looks overdrawn, but it looks drawn. Whereas when you see what is allegedly AI generated. The smear frame, it looks like somebody licked their thumb and then rubbed it over wet ink and smudged it. It looks a lot different than something that was intentionally drawn to be very exaggerated. And I'm kind of seeing that with the tiger. How many fingers does he have here? There's 1, 2, 3 on this hand, and then I don't know how many's on that one. And then we have this in-between frame. What is happening with the fists here? And you can see Tyla is in like an in-between frame here because she's like mid-punch, but the blur, it looks like it kind of makes sense, right? This, again, this is not a smear frame. The stripes are all garbled together. Like, where'd the rest of the tiger's arm go? Another in-between frame where you can see the limbs are completely distorted. The whiskers are all smudged. The fingers crumpled. This fist is not even a full fist. Like, it just looks so odd. Like, what happened to this arm? This one, maybe you can argue, oh, it's a smear frame, etc., for like the effect that comes out. But what about this other arm? This other arm looks like somebody broke it. And then we have that as well with the shoe scene where the woman with the stilettos are kind of like putting their leg up, because we have like the smudging of the shoe again. Like, this blue shoe is smudging by the heel, where it doesn't have that in the first still frame. But in the animated part, it starts smudging like that. Again, not to be confused with actual smear frames. This is looking like AI generated artifacts. We have the tiger again with one ginormous hand. Maybe it's an artistic choice. This is what I mean again. Here we have an animated hand holding what looks like a cigarette between 2 fingers, but why is the nail melting into the cigarette? They have like very long fake nails on, right? White fake nails. There's one in between the ring finger and the pinky. That is not the thumb. Your finger would have to be super long for it to be the thumb. But take a look at the rings here. Look at how nicely drawn the rings are. Well, we skip forward a frame or two. The rings start distorting. The ruby melts into this other finger, and then this ring starts melting into the ring beneath it. And the cigarette is now merging again into the middle finger's nail. And we have more artifacts happening in between. Another in-between frame where there's more muddying happening in between. We got the, again, really weird looking tiger guy going on over there. Need I say more? Our tiger guy never has the same number of fingers from frame to frame. It's either 5 or it's 4 or it's 5 and 4, along with the other elements that look really odd. Back at it again with the tiger. And the comments are funny. The top comment says, "Oh girl, they played in your face." Another person says, "Can somebody actually talk to Tyla? Like, sit down and make her see they're sabotaging her. This song deserved a real music video with choreography." After looking at all of that, what is your verdict? Do you think it's AI generated or not? Because I'm definitely seeing a lot of elements that look really suspicious, and people are debating it online. And there's more to it, because in the comment section of Tyla posting the little snippet, she writes, "Y'all out there, it was shot, colored, and animated, cut out, graded, and edited by hand by us over a 150 hours of digital compositing." And it links back to this account called Bureau, which looks to be like an animation studio of some sort. They don't have a website, and I tried looking up a website and also can't find one for them. And in the comment section of that comment Bureau had left, another user, Kat, writes, "So are you saying that there's absolutely no AI use? Or are you saying there is AI use, but there was also post-production? I think it's a pretty important distinction to make. To me, this is obviously edited together, and there was post-production work because she's standing in front of a green screen. But many of these assets look like they were generated by AI. What you're saying here could technically be true, but you're not actually denying that AI was used in the process of creating this." I agree. Because in some ways, when a lot of people talk about like, oh, was AI used or not, when it was used, they will kind of like talk around the statement. Because if there is an accusation of like, did you use AI? They won't say no. They will say something like, oh, me and my team worked really hard on this. Well, you still didn't answer the question, because you can use generative AI and still believe you worked very hard on it. You know what I mean? Like, exactly what Kat says, and I agree, right? This can be shot, colored, animated, and color graded and edited by hands. Like, you could by hand cut out generative AI assets and then overlay it on top of Tyla's green screen and end up with this as a final product. Like, that can't be possible. Or it can be legitimately fully handmade, and we don't use AI, and no AI is ever used in-house. You know what I mean? Like, there's two ways to say it, and one way is a very like no AI, and one way is a let me skirt around the question you're actually asking. So somebody on Twitter had made a post kind of like defending Tyla, being like, oh, it's not AI generated, da 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 da. And another person found an article by Koval magazine interviewing Bureau. And it says, artificial intelligence has always been at the core of Bureau's practice. How do you approach it as a creative partner, a subconscious collaborator, or a mirror reflecting your own aesthetic? Blah, 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 blah. And they respond, we use AI as one of our toolkits, but it's not at the core of our practice. Ultimately, AI is just a tool, an amplifier and remixer that we use in an almost rustic and simplistic approach. For most of our projects, we merge AI with many other tools and techniques. And people are also adding, what's also crazy is that the A-pop logo itself was hand cut from acrylic, as you can see here on the cover of the song itself. And then to go and disrespect an art medium with AI is just beyond me. So at the end of the day, what are your thoughts about all of this situation? Do you think it's AI generated? Do you think it's not? Again, how much does Tyla know about it being AI generated, right? Like, I don't think she went to a studio and was like, use Gen AI and make me animation, right? Like, it's probably like, oh, here's this cool idea. Team, find me somebody that can do it. Somebody along the line somewhere, right? Some stuff happened, but then now we have this as the music video. And people are like, yo, this looks pretty AI generated. I don't know, right? So curious about your thoughts at the end of the day. Some people don't care. They're like, you're making a mountain out of a molehill, you know? And other people are like, dude, there's a lot of animators that want some work. Could have been a good opportunity here, you know? So we'll love to hear your thoughts with respect in the comment section down below. Again, don't bully or harass any parties involved. And with that, if you like this video, I appreciate it if you like and subscribe. To answer the elephant in the room of why do I look like this? Well, I went to Warped Tour and I crocheted myself a sweater the night before going to Warped Tour. I did not apply sunscreen on my arms. I forgot. So now I have the burn holes of my sweater on my arms. Real stupid, I know. Please apply your sunscreen, kids. But anyways, check me out on Etsy. I sell digital art there for streamers and creators. I also have a coffee, and I am working on my vlog channel. So we have a vlog up, 2 vlogs up, in fact. So I rebranded it to Cat Yippee. So if you want to see some vlogs, lifestyle, I acted on my first acting gig. So I have a vlog up about that. Check me out there at Cat Yippee. And I hope to catch you guys in those videos or in another one of the videos on this channel. Peace.